So here's the thing. If you have just decided, you're done for this year for 2024, because at the time of this recording now, and, depending on when you see this, of course, it may be later, but right now it is November 18th. So it's like mid November, a little past mid November. There's still about 42, 43 days left in this year. So if you've decided you're done, you've given up for this year, you're just like you're already in 2025, I'm going to ask you to turn that around. I'm going to ask you to make a shift because there is still time left in this year to make some things happen, to make some good things happen, to accomplish a goal or goals. There are several things that there's still plenty of time left. So I don't want you doing what a number of people do, and in particular, entrepreneurs, digital marketers, podcasters, authors, speakers, nonprofit leaders. Like, there are a number of people who would be successful, would be game changers, people who would really make a difference, but they've given up. They've kind of shut down because they're not where they want to be as of now. Their 2024 has not turned out the way they wanted it to. And I understand that, but you don't give up. You don't stop when you have over 40 more days left. And even if when you see this, you have 30 days left, even if you have 25 days left, if you see this on like December 28th, there is something you can do, something positive, something impactful, something to at least get you on the right track before 2024 is over. But at this time, right now, with over 40 days left, oh my goodness, there are definitely things you can do. So I'm going to share with you just a few things that you can do, you can still do in 2024 that you have plenty of time to do. Y'all, it's been a long day, so forgive me. So, all right, number one, and this will really appeal to those of you in business, those of you trying to sell something, those of you looking to launch something. There is still time for you to get a client. Still time for you to get a client, still time for you to get a customer. And especially if you offer something low ticket, like if you offer something $500 or less, there's plenty of time for you to get a customer or a client, whether it's something digital, whether it's a course, whether it's a event, a virtual event. There's still time for you to sell something. Without a doubt, if you were walking around thinking it's too late for you to make some money, and I don't mean at a job, I mean as a business owner, as an entrepreneur, you would be wrong. There is definitely time. And even if you offer something high ticket, even if you offer a VIP day, even if you offer a retreat, even if you offer something that is, say, $2,000 or more, plenty of time. As of now, yes, there's time. So that's something that you should not cross off the list. That I don't have enough time to get a client. I don't have enough time. That's not true. Not at all. Second thing that you have plenty of time for is to create a digital product. You have more than enough time to create a digital product. If any of you are wanting to create a digital product, you've been wanting to create your own digital product, because obviously you don't even have to create your own. You can sell somebody else's. That's a big thing that has really exploded over the last year or so. You can sell someone else's digital product. It's called MMR. I'm sorry, MRR. It's called PLR. They're private label rights. There are different ways that you can sell other people's products. But just in case you want to sell your own, you want to create your own, you want to create your own course, if you want to create your own workshop, you want to create your own ebook, there is plenty of time to do that because you don't need a lot of time to create that. You can create an ebook in a weekend. You can create a masterclass in a weekend. You can create a bundle. Like if you bundle some things together, maybe you bundle together an ebook, maybe you bundle together an audio training, maybe you include a video training, maybe a series of 3 to 5 videos. Y'all, you don't need a lot of time to do that. You just need to sit down and focus, outline the key topics you want to cover, outline the most important result you want to see happen, and that should be based on your target market. So that means you need to know who your target market is. Again, you have plenty of time to find all of that out, but more than likely, at least some of you seeing this, you already know that. You know that. You know who your target market is. You know who your ideal client, or I like to say your most profitable client. You know who that is. So it's just a matter of you really thinking about what do they need? What is really important to them? What is will generate a sense of urgency with them that they won't think a lot. They won't overthink because it's something that they really feel that they need. They really believe that they need. You can create a digital product in over 40 days. You can create a digital product in a weekend. You can definitely you could create multiple digital products in the time that you have left right now. So that is something that you absolutely can do. Something else, and this is going to speak to my fellow YouTubers. You have enough time to get monetized, or at the least get on the path to monetization if you're not already there. Over 40 days, you guys, some people, and I'm not saying this is easy. I'm not saying that this is the norm, that this just happens with everybody. But there are people who get monetized, who are getting monetized in 30 days or less. There are people getting monetized in a couple of weeks. Again, not saying that that is just typical, but it's not impossible. It's not impossible. And so with over 40 days, you can definitely get monetized. And if you do not get monetized, as I said, you can definitely get on track to be monetized. Like you can build up enough momentum and get enough subscribers and watch hours and all of that to where you are on track to getting monetized in early 2025. Like you could get monetized in Q1 of 2025. That is not impossible, but that requires you getting focused. It requires you being intentional. It requires getting committed. Let me say that again. Requires commitment. Everybody is always talking about consistency. You got to be consistent. You got to be consistent no matter what it is, whether it's content, whether it's prospecting, whether it's working out, whatever it is, you got to be consistent. What people don't talk about, or they talk about far less, but I talk about it a lot, before you can get consistent, you have to get committed. You have to get committed. You keep struggling with being consistent and you don't know why. You're like, why can't I be consistent? And I just need to be consistent. And if I could just be consistent, it would change the game, and I could do this and I could do that. You are not committed. You're not committed. That's why you're not consistent. Ask me how I know. I'm telling you what I know. I've been in business 11 years. I worked in corporate America over 15 years. I've written books. I've worked with hundreds of clients now, individuals and organizations. I know you got to get committed. So once you get committed, then you can be consistent. Then you can do a number of things, including get monetized here on YouTube. And one other thing, y'all, I'm like in this weird position because I'm trying to like stay in the camera. Okay, that's our dog, and I don't know what she's barking at. It doesn't take a lot. Okay, hush, hush. You heard a car. It was a car. That's all. Cars can drive by. We've talked about this. Okay. So the one other thing that you absolutely have time to do is to overcome something, and this may require a mindset shift, but this is also something that often prevents people from being committed. It prevents people from going all in, and that is to stop chasing perfection and chase possibilities. Stop chasing perfection. Stop using perfectionism as an excuse for not doing the stuff that you want to do, the stuff that you need to do, the stuff that you know you are called to do, or if you're a person of faith, if you're a Christian, the stuff you are called to do, the stuff you know God has for you to do. But you keep saying this ain't right and that ain't right, and my hair and my makeup and this, and I'm shy and I'm an introvert and I'm too old and I'm too fat and I'm too whatever the hell you come up with. It's all rooted in perfectionism, and that is rooted in ego. And there's no space there for other people, for you serving other people, for you helping other people, for God using you to affect someone other than yourself. It's not all about you. So let go of that doggone perfection. Just accept it. I know it's hard. To accept that you're not going to be perfect. And especially for some of my ladies out there, all the T's are not going to be crossed. All the I's are not going to be dotted. It's not going to happen. You can be, close or semi-close to perfection, but you ain't going to be perfect. And it doesn't have to be. That's the whole thing. Perfection, I have learned that perfection is really kind of boring, actually. So there you go. All right. So you guys, again, I can't say it enough. You have time. We have time to still do some amazing things right now in 2024. New year, new you. That's nice. That's cute. But we ain't there yet. Let's work on old year, old you. How about that? All right. So I appreciate you guys watching, listening. If you have not already subscribed, and especially if this resonated with you, I invite you to subscribe. I invite you, especially if you are an entrepreneur, an expert, a digital marketer, if you are someone who is ready to turn your skills, your expertise, your personal brand, and your flaws, because remember, I'm about imperfection. If you want to turn all of that into assets, brand assets, and especially by leveraging digital strategies, effective digital strategies, well, this is the place. And sometimes you might get in your own way too, which I know a little something about that. So if any of that applies to you, then you're in the right place. Hit that subscribe button, share with some others, and I will see you in the next video. Until next time, take care, take some action. Take care, take some action. Make sure I'm looking in the right place. All right.